Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Serious. What crime do you really want to see solved and justice served? Attention. Serious. Tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted in any comment. Parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an ARMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Would be nice to get Epstein's list and put all those assholes in jail. This is top of my list as well. Epstein and Maxwell were terrible people. But supply requires demand. I want to know who was on the other end. The fact that most of the victims also won't give up names tells you how afraid they are to out these powerful people. The fact that Maxwell is in prison and her clients are not tells me that her clients are 10x richer than her, if not 100x or 1000x. Millionaires are the bottom of upper class society. Millionaires who do wrong have to go to jail so that billionaires who do wrong remain anonymous. Her clients are probably even more evil than her, and that's why they're not in prison. Always feels like girl with the dragon tattoo, come to life. This may not be a famous case, but in my country, there was this 16-year-old girl who was found in a vacant lot. She was raped and stabbed to death. Her face was skinned and an autopsy also revealed that her tongue, trachea, esophagus, parts of her neck, and her right ear were missing. There were alleged suspects, but it was never known who really did it to her. This happened in 2019. WTF! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. That's horrible. Where did this happen? I think this was the murder and rape that happened in Cebu, Philippines. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/murder_of_Christine_Salawan. The disappearance of the Springfield Three. In the early morning hours of June 7, 1992, these three women, Cheryl Levitt, 47, her daughter Suzanne, Susie, Streeter, 19, and Susie's friend Stacy McCall, 18, all vanished from Cheryl and Susie's home following a night of fun and partying. All their personal belongings, their cars, purses, and the little dog was left behind. The front porch light's glass globe was broken and there was a weird message of the answering machine that accidentally got deleted. Yeah, that one bothers me a lot. That and that little girl who packed her backpack up and vanished into a stormy night. Asher Degree. I grew up not far from her and vividly remember when it happened. It was all over the news. Such an odd case. She was apparently very shy and timid, plus her parents were very protective. So not likely to have befriended a stranger to run away with. And she was afraid of storms and the dark, so the fact that she packed a bag and walked out in the middle of the night during a heavy rainstorm just doesn't make much sense either. Parents and brother have been investigated and cleared by police, plus multiple people saw her on the road, so she wasn't killed in the home and they made up the story about her running off. My theory is that she was groomed by someone the family knew and trusted, like a neighbor or a church member, and that they somehow convinced her to leave her house to meet them for whatever reason. I also think it very likely that people in the community know who it is, but because of prominence in the community, and probably a lack of evidence tying them to anything, they aren't spilling. Asher Degree? Yeah, that was a weird one. It is complicated by there being something like half a dozen serial killers whose circumstantial evidence placed in the area at the time of the disappearances. Damn, that's scary in itself. All of Ghislaine Maxwell, S. and Jeffrey Epstein's clients named, shamed and brought to justice. Every MAGA conservative says, you just want to get Trump but you're okay with Gates and Clinton. Double standards. Quote, not a single Democrat or actual independent I've ever known had said anything other than, investigate him too. Let em fry. We don't worship criminals. Everybody who went to Rape Island to rape kids should be in jail. Clinton. Trump. I don't care who you are or what side of the political spectrum you are. If you are raping kids, go to jail. I'm pretty far left politically. But if it were AOC and Bernie on Rape Island, I'd still want them in jail. Where is Shelley Miscavige? That's because everyone's too scared to take on the Scientologists. I think they've got way more power and influence than people realize. And that's been allowed to happen, unfortunately. Also, unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to care. Tom Cruise is literally the second highest ranking member of the cult. But because he does his own stunts and makes good movies, people turn the other cheek. Tony Ortega writes a really good article about this around this time every year. It's always a good read and provides perspective of where she may be. Personally, I think she is no longer with us, but I do appreciate Tony's point of view and opinions on the case. Tony is a really great Scientology news reporter, so I'm inclined to listen to his views and opinions. He's also really close with high-profile ex-Scientologists such as Mike Rinder, Aaron Smith-Levin and Leah Remini. KK's Corner triple homicide. 3 victims shot execution style in the convenience store's cooler and made to believe it was a robbery. Gone wrong. 1 man in prison. The sheriff at the time was corrupt along with many high-ranking officials. Sheriff's son was a well-known drug dealer and bragged about the crime. One of the victims was speaking out about a murder made to look like a suicide and she was shot to shut her up. And if I remember correctly, the one guy in prison has been there for years and won't roll on the others. Makes you wonder what he knows. 20+ years and won't speak because of death threats towards his children and other family.